Hello, everybody. Welcome to 3Q New Mexico's premier business podcast. I am Pam Myers, and my wonderful co-host is the fabulous Erica Yoakum.
I love how you describe that.
And we are here today with Kevin Bowan. Kevin is the executive director of HRA Santa Fe, which is the Human Rights Alliance of Santa Fe. And the mission of HRA is to educate, engage, and encourage and celebrate the LGBTQ plus inclusion, pride, and acceptance of all people. Even though they are focused mainly in Santa Fe, they do produce Santa Fe Pride, which is their biggest event of the year, in addition to multiple other events that they do to support the community in Santa Fe. So welcome, Kevin. Thanks so much for joining today.
Hi. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we haven't talked to you in years. Yeah.
Right.
So I think when we talked to you, you were trying to figure out how to run a Pilates studio in the middle of a pandemic.
Right.
And so let's catch up with you. How are things?
Well, I don't know. I guess the Pilates studio is still running, so that's
so you made it. You made it through.
Yeah.
Yay! Things are not the same anymore, but I don't think they are for anyone. And in the interim of that happening, lots of things changed with the Human Rights Alliance. So that was exciting. And I went from
tell us what
like what? Well, okay. God, I don't know where to start. Okay, so we'll start with this year. So this year, 2023, we were lucky enough to have the support from the city of Santa Fe and the Convention and Visitors Bureau, and we geo-fenced the Pride celebration because everyone always wanted to know how large it was, and we were off in our estimations. We thought maybe we were going to have 5,000 people, and this year we ended up having almost 9,100 people coming in for Pride.
Wow!
Yeah, congratulations. That's huge.
A little.
Yeah. So it's a big it's a big change for the city and for the Pride celebration itself, because there had been a number of years when, between the pandemic and other things that had happened, that Pride was really sometimes almost an afterthought. And now we're really at a different place. So the good news with all of that means is that we can get more support, we get more exposure, and we can put a bigger LGBTQ plus footprint in Santa Fe that was already here, but now it's getting codified with numbers, and people came from all over. So it's really a good thing for us to be able to have that assistance from the city. So it really helped us a lot.
Wow.
Awesome.
So 9,100 the event. Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
For Santa Fe, that's a pretty big celebration. Yeah, it's a pretty big celebration. So that was really something we were excited about, and it will be helpful this year because now when you sell something, you can say, look at all the people we had. So
and just the whole planning, but how many, how much security, how big it's gonna. I'm trying to imagine 9,100 people like in the plaza.
Well, we expanded outside the plaza and went down the street towards the federal building. And we're going to do that now this year, 2024, even larger. And, a successful Pride helps us be successful, helps us go out and do outreach work, which, now from the last time we talked, we do monthly events. We do 2 events a month, and now we're just starting our 3rd event every month, which is exciting because HRA never did that before. So
talk about, do you want to, and to go back to just what we were talking about, to be part of the whole Pride event, I mean, that opens you up to asking local hotels for discount rooms, right? For the community. I mean, there's a lot of money that goes into the Santa Fe economy as a result of 9,100 people coming in for Pride.
There is, and the indications are that with the fact that the reputation is building, it's actually encouraging other people to come here to visit for Pride and do other things. So yeah, I would think that 2024 is going to be even bigger, just because we plan on doing more outreach outside of the state to bring people in and within the state as well. But, you know, like I said, that exposure is great because it also keeps our community front and center in this community and in the state at large, and allows us to, you know, work with you guys and do things with the other organizations in the state, and stand up and assist even with the upcoming legislative session when we all go in and advocate. And that, you know, today with what's going on in the United States, this is really, really important stuff.
Yeah. Well, and like you said, having those numbers when you walk in, you have that much bigger voice, especially with the government. It's like we're not some little piddly event thing, you know, it's we got backing.
Not anymore.
Yeah,
not
anymore.
Right. So yeah. So we do, you know, now we do drag bingo every month, which is a fundraiser for us, and it's a lot of fun. And we in turn support the drag king and the drag queen community because we're able to hire them and hire DJs to come in. So we have our own little economy going there. And we do an outreach event called Community Conversations every month, where we go and set up shop somewhere and invite people to come in and have different topics. And for December, we're doing a queer clothing swap, which will be a lot of fun at the Southside Public Library.
Oh, cool.
So you just bring in used clothes that are clean and in good condition.
Yes.
And you bring in 10 to 15, and you can take 10 to 15 out. Wow. And whatever is left over will be going to the homeless shelter. And we're going to serve coffee and talk and do all of that. And our friends at the library are always very helpful.
And you do, what are the other events? Because you do a Pride After 5. And does Pride After 5 in conjunction with Drag Queen Bingo now? Like it is in December?
Just for December, because we make that our holiday party.
Got it.
So every month we do Pride After 5, which we're probably changing the name to After 5. And that's just a little community, you know, cocktail and mocktail hour at a venue around town. So we do those, but in the December months, we combine the two together. And then we have a third event now that we're actually, so it's a fourth event, excuse me. So the City of Santa Fe Office of Economic Development has hired us to come in and begin doing conversational coffees in the morning with LGBTQ plus and allied businesses to, you know, broach the subject of diversity, equity, justice, inclusion in the city, and how businesses can get involved with doing that. And also part of the goal is to have conversations with these businesses to find out how the city could help them and how we could help them as well. So this is fun. We start the first one next week at the Southside Plaza Cafe, or we should say Plaza Cafe Southside. And then in January, we're going to go to Paseo Pottery. And then in February at the Mystic on Cerrillos.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool.
Yeah. So those we're looking forward to, because it'll be an opportunity. We look forward to all the events, but this will be a better way to get into the grassroots of what's going on, A, from a business perspective, and B, from a human rights perspective in town. And, you know, try to build some civic involvement, and especially among younger people.
Right.
And, and the younger queer community in Santa Fe, especially if they grew up here, don't want to stay because there's not enough going on for them. And hopefully we can start to make a difference that way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
then go ahead.
You have a fundraising thing that's going on right now.
That's right. That's right. I was just going to say that. Thank you. But yeah, so then we do an end of the year fundraiser. We have 3 holiday baskets put together with a variety of treats and goodies that are tangible, and then something that's smaller and tangible, which are gift certificates to a number of locations around the city, including Meow Wolf, Violet Crown Cinemas. Thank you, Pam. A lovely jewelry store. I think reflective jewelry. I think.
Reflective. Yep.
Yeah. And we've got gift certificates from World Market, Cowgirl, Best Days Recreational Cannabis Shop, Susan's Fine Wine and Liquors. Also, I Have the Needle, jeweler downtown. So we have some really great gift certificates that I think add up to be close to $750 alone in those. Wow. And then again, this is a fundraiser for us to help keep the lights on and keep us continuing. Tickets are $25 or 5 for $100, and we're only selling 125 tickets, so your chance of winning 3 baskets is pretty decent.
Wow.
Considering.
Fantastic.
And it's tax deductible. It's a donation, and we love donations.
Yay. Yes, we do love donations. Right. And volunteers.
And volunteers.
Yes.
And we have lots of those that we're enlisting for Pride this year, so we're excited about getting a group of volunteers together who hopefully later will become board members and take this organization to a new place.
Right. So if somebody wants to purchase the raffle tickets for the baskets, or if they want to volunteer, how do they do that, Kevin? Other than we'll post the link with the post, but
right. The easiest way to do is just go to our website, because the raffle is on the front homepage. It says raffle. You can just click there and get tickets. And you also can click there for the volunteer form and sign up to be a volunteer. And we will be back in touch with you about that.
Awesome.
It's one-stop shop for everything.
Right. Awesome. And I want to apologize for the background noise. If you can hear that, if it's disruptive, I'm coming from the parking lot of Trifecta Coffee in Albuquerque, and there's just a little bit of noise in the background.
No, I can't hear it. It's nice.
Oh,
no.
Yeah, I can't hear it.
Okay.
No.
Oh, good. It sounds super noisy to me. So
I'm waiting for the dogs to bark, but
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. That's what mine walked into the room, turned around, walked out, but he did. He's like, "Oh, you're boring. You're talking," and he left. But yeah, I was listening to him earlier on a meeting. I was in a meeting. I can hear him in the kitchen from here doing his whole drama queen. German Shepherds are drama queens.
Yeah, they are, and they're very talkative.
And some of us are drama queens too when we want to be.
That's true.
If we have to get our point across, there's no other way
details.
I know. There's nothing wrong with a good drama queen.
Yeah, that's right.
Nothing.
Or a good works. Drag queen or king.
Yeah,
they all work together in tandem.
Yep.
Hopefully.
Right. The last time I was at a drag bingo, it was so much fun. It was just so hysterical and fun. It was so awesome. And I spent way too much money and had way too much. I laughed so hard. I was like, had to turn off my camera. It was in the middle of the pandemic. It was virtual. And I was laughing so hard. They were like, "Eric, turn off your microphone," because I was just having such a great time. It was so much fun. I can only imagine in person how much fun it is.
Yeah. I'm glad those days are past us now that we don't have to keep up with the virtual events anymore.
Yeah.
I'm perfectly happy staying right here.
I know you are. Yeah.
Yeah, it turns out that I something that I realized that the pandemic taught me was that it wasn't that I was going networking to network. It was I was going to networking to go see my friends.
Yes.
So
Right.
it's like I would show up at something and look for the people I know and go hang out with them. And that was like, oh, I can do that without having to network.
That's true. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
Very
Kevin,
good.
thank you so much. Is there anything
You're
else that
welcome.
you want to mention that we have not covered today? I'm putting that up there.
Yeah, I just want to encourage everyone to get involved in their communities in whatever way that they possibly can, especially if you're, part of our community is the LGBTQIA plus, indigenous and all of the marginalized communities. Get involved in what's going on some level, especially as we go into next year and we're looking at so many things happening, and I think support at the lowest levels possible, getting grassroots is just the way that we're all going to survive and thrive. And let's make it happen. That's all I can say.
Right. Yes.
And buy a raffle ticket. Buy 5 raffle tickets.
There you go.
Right. Yes. Yep. Thank you so much, Kevin.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for coming back
Thanks
and
to both
checking in. Yeah.
Absolutely. As soon as I get something else going on, I'll let you guys know.
Okay.
Awesome.
Please do. Thanks everybody
ladies.
for listening.
I appreciate it. Okay. Bye.
Bye.